Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Finds of Yesterday, and I'm talking today about sales. Sales from December 28th through January 4th. And I'm here with my grandpups. There's one, the other one's out there. They're visiting me this week. So we're talking what's sold after Christmas and at the end of the year, and let's see if anything Christmas related even sold. So it's been kind of a slow week. I think it'll pick back up in January. It usually does, but with this whole pandemic thing going on, it's hard to say what the future holds. So let's just jump right in and see what's sold between December 28th and January 4th. Good morning. It's Monday, December 28th, and I have 8 items going out today. Let's start with this Lennox Angel. She's kneeling, praying, holding a bird. She's adorable, and she sold for $22.95, and she's all in at $34.82. And I paid $1 for her, and she took 2 months to sell. Then we have this little bisque Japan doll, and she sold for $16.95, and they're all in at $23.46. She's only about 4 inches tall, and her arms are hinged. And these type of little dolls sell a lot for me, but it took 5 months to sell, and I paid $5 for her initially. So she still was a profitable item. If you ever see these out and about, you might want to look on the back and see if they say Japan. And usually they're worth something, but I wouldn't pay over $5 for them. And then we have these Victorian ornaments, which are hinged. The legs are hinged. And they're 2 little girls, and they sold for $19.95, and they're all in at $30.46. I paid $1 for them, and it took 2 months to sell. Then we have this towel rack, which came in a lot from an online auction. I wouldn't have sourced this, but it sold for $14.95, and that was the full asking price. And they are all in at $24.65. I paid $1 for it, and it took 3 months to sell. Then we have this Oriental needlepoint pillow that I sold for $29.95. They're all in at $40.85, and I'll just stick this in a poly mailer and mail it that way. I paid $3.35 for it, and it took 10 months to sell. And I had 2 more of these, but they sold slowly before the 10 months. Then we have this Buick hood emblem, and I sold it for $17.96 on sale, and they're all in at $22.71. I paid about 50 cents for it in a lot of other car emblems, and it took 6 months to sell. Then I have this espresso set, which is 4 cups and 4 saucers. It came in a box of free stuff that was given to me, and I took a best offer of $20, and they're all in at $37.25. The brand is Tabletops Gallery, so it's not worth a lot of money, but it's colorful and bright, and I had a lot of interest in it. So I paid $0, and it took 4 months to sell. Then we have these Converse All-Star Chuck Taylor high-top shoes. They sold for $26.95, the full asking price, and they're all in at $35.65. They're women's, and I paid $6.50 for them, and it took 3 weeks to sell. So that is all that is going out today. If you noticed, all of these items have been sitting in my store for a while, so it took 2 months, 5 months, 2 months, 3 months, 10 months, 6 months, 4 months, and 3 weeks. So it's not items that are selling immediately, but I'm stocking my store so that if I didn't have these previous items stocked in my store, I wouldn't have any sales. So just look at it as you're filling up your store, you're going to gradually be selling the items. Of course, it's best to have items that sell immediately, and if you can find them, that's fabulous, but otherwise, you're going to have items that take a little longer if you want to have a consistent sales. So that is it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, December 29th, and I have 3 items going out today. And this first one is a Berarducci Brothers ravioli form, and I paid $3.75 for it, and it sold for $23.95. And they're all in at $38.92 because it is a heavy item. It's metal, and it took 2 weeks to sell. This next one's kind of ironic. It's a Christmas tree skirt. It's scalloped. It looked handmade, but I'm not positive. And it's 4 days after Christmas, and it's sold for $22.50. I guess people are getting ready for next year's Christmas. They're all in at $30.13, and I paid $3 for it, and it took 19 days to sell. This last one is an Avon bottle of perfume called Wish of Happiness, and it's vintage, and it sold for $12.95, the full asking price. And they're all in at $22.15, and I paid $0 for it. This has to go out ground because it's not supposed to go on a plane. So I wrap it up I put it in a Ziploc, make sure it's tight, and I fold it over, and then I tape it so the lid doesn't come off. And then I put bubble wrap around it and put it in a box and try to stand it up in the box. So the top is at the top, obviously. So that's the 3 items going out today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Wednesday, December 30th, and we only have 1 item going out today. And I think it's due to the fact that I turned my promoted listings off on all of my 1,300 listings. And I think that played a role in the exposure of my items. So I'll probably be turning it back on today and see how that goes. But this is the 1 item that's going out today. It is from a Gula Spain little figurine for Easter, and I just posted it yesterday, and it sold for a best offer of $14. I had it listed at $16.95, and I took the $14. They're all in at $18.75. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Saturday, January 2nd, the new year, and we have several items going out today, and I can't find one more item, but I need to do an inventory, and I plan to do that all week, but it's been a very, very busy week. So I'm going to start that today, and I'll find them items. But right now, this is the items that are going out. It is a Columbia pullover in a purple color. I paid $3 for it. It took 5 months to sell, and it sold for $29.95. They're all in at $40.51. Then we have this Riouge Swiss Chalet. It's a little German, like, cuckoo clock. It's not very big. It's not like your traditional cuckoo clocks. It's more of a mini one. And it sold for $49.95 in 8 days. And I paid $1.65 at the thrift store for it. And they're all in at $68.35. Then we have a Harley shirt. This is probably one of the better Harley shirts I've had. It has this big HD design on it. It's from 2009. I sold it for $19.95, the full asking price, and they're all in at $26.74. I paid $2 for it, and it took 2 months to sell. Then on Mercari, we have this combination. This lady wanted me to combine this kiwi bird and these 4 Mattel Barbies. She paid $27 for it plus shipping, and it took 10 months to sell. I paid about $1 for the Barbies. I had the bird since the 1990s because I had a lot of tie beanies at that time, and this is a tie product. So the next item are these wire chef wine bottle holders and glass holder. It took 9 months to sell these, and I sold these on Poshmark for $17 plus they paid shipping. So I paid $1, so my profit on these are about $12.60. And that is all except for the 1 item that I can't find this morning because I didn't have it labeled correctly. So I'll be hunting for that. And that's all for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Monday, January 4th. We're starting off the new year with 8 items going out on this Monday morning. And this first one, let's start with this one, is a snowshoes chain that you put on the bottom of your shoes. I found these at a thrift store, and there was 5 of them. I paid $4 a piece for them, and they sold for $24.95, and they're all in at $32.19. Next one is this My Buddy that I just posted 6 days ago. Sold for $42.50 on a best offer, and he's in pretty good shape. I got 3 of these for $5 a piece, and they're all in at $55.55. Then I sold these 2 Lionel train cars. This one is missing the top on it, so I put it together with this one. I lotted them together for $29.95, which it sold for, and they're all in at $45.91. And it took 1 month to sell, and I paid 75 cents for it at a yard sale in a lot of train pieces. If you ever see train pieces, especially older models, please pick them up. I paid $42 or $45 for the whole lot, and I've made my money back probably within the first week. Then we have this Ginsu knife set. I had 3 of these in the mystery box unveiling. This one's going internationally, and it sold for $28.95 free shipping, but they're paying from the United States to them. So it sold in 11 days. This was the 3rd set that sold, and I paid about 50 cents for it. Then we have these pot metal ashtrays. I lotted 3 of them together. I got them in a lot of stuff from a online auction. And I was to a point where I was getting ready to donate them, and I looked them up online just to see what they're going for right now because I've had them up for a year. And I realized I did not put pot metal in the title, so I decided to give it another try, and I ended the item and did a sell similar, and I reposted them as pot metal, and they sold in the first day, but they were up for a year, and I paid 20 cents for them, and they sold for $10.95, and they're all in at $23.60. So sell similar and changing the title specifics, a good idea if you're having trouble selling something. Then I have this Disney Minnie Mouse, which I've had up for a year and 10 months. This is probably one of the first things I posted with this new store. And she's adorable, and I've had her for a long time. She's still in the original bag. I never did get her out. And I paid about $6 originally. I think that's what it says in there. Yeah, $6. I never used her. I just had her stored in a Rubbermaid. So she sold for $10.18, and they're all in at $15.83. Then this last item, or this next item, is a Levi's jeans, which are size 34, 32s, and they sold for $13.77 on sale. They're all in at $24.67. I've had these listed for a year, and I paid about $2 for them, and it's time for them to go. I think it's the smaller size that made them not sell very well, but I pick up Levi's that are in decent shape on occasion. I don't pick them up a lot. The bigger sizes are definitely better sellers, but I'm glad to see this one go. Then the 8th item is this Lionel girder bridge, and it sold for $14.95. That was part of the same lot that these came in, and they're all in at $29.94. It took about a month to sell it, and I paid about 60 cents for it. So that is all going out today.